Hello, knowledge is not good or bad, it just is. How it's used decides the good, the bad, and the sometimes ugly. All be used for good or for ill. And the accumulation of knowledge is of no use in and of itself unless it is acted upon.
Giustissimo, non basta solo la conoscenza, quello è solo il primo passo, conoscere il problema, il nemico, quello è solo il primo passo. Poi bisogna agire.
I have all this knowledge. Oh, really? So what are you doing with it? Nothing. Then what's the point of having it? The knowledge I have been describing in this series can be used to enslave us. It is being. Or it can be used to set us free. Knowledge is only the means. It is we who are the end and who decide the end. The foundation of human control has been to isolate our awareness, our sense of reality and self-identity in the five senses, and so silencing the influence of the greater self, the true and eternal I, that views the world of the...
Allora, ve lo dico perché devo correggere, ma se dovesse riaccadere, ve lo dico solo una volta, il sé più grande, il vero sé. Ok? Quando lo traduce in occhio perché si confonde, perché più o meno la pronuncia è quello. The true I. E più o meno suona come occhio. Comunque è il vero sé.
Five sense illusion from the perspective that its physicality and its temporary labels are illusions. You are not a player in the game, you are the game. Your perceptions are deciding what happens in the game. You may think you are a victim of the game, but that's only your perception that you are a victim. Perception is all, because everything comes from that. The global cult behind world events knows that perception is all. And so it seeks to isolate our awareness in the five senses from where it can control the information that dictates our perception, which dictates our behavior, which collectively becomes human society. We don't need a solution to that. We need to remove the cause of the problem, which is human self-identity. Our perception of self becomes our experience of self. Little me perception becomes a little me life.
La percezione del piccolo me diventa una vita del piccolo me.
Little me perception is represented as a band of frequency within which we interact with the field of all possibility or potential. Little me, by its nature, is a tiny range of frequency, resonating that tiny perception of possibility, and so connects with the field of all possibility at that level. Little me is a perceptual manifestation of limited possibility and limited potential, and interacts with that range of the field that represents limited possibility and limited potential. Oh, but why would there be limited possibility within all possibility? Because all possibility must include limited possibility, or it wouldn't be all possibility.
Sì. Ci fanno credere che viviamo in un mondo di limitate possibilità quando è l'incontrario.
Knows that if it can suppress the perception of human self-identity and sense of the possible, it will enslave the mass of the target population in the little me feedback loop that makes mass control so relatively easy.
Intrappolare l'umanità in questa percezione, questo ciclo di feedback percettivo del piccolo me.
Plans to connect humanity to artificial intelligence are the next stage of complete subjugation of collective self-identity to ensure and secure total control. But there is another way. We don't have to stay in the bubble. We can burst it whenever we like, and fast. So how? We redefine our sense of self
Quindi come facciamo?
The nature of what we perceive to be the I. Limitation of perception means limitation
Qui come prima. Percepiamo come l'io, il sé.
of perception means limitation of experience, and this is true in all things, especially self-identity, which is the foundation from which all experience is made manifest. Ask the great majority anywhere in the world who they are, and they will tell you their name, their job, location, birthplace, maybe religion and race, and quite possibly today even their sexuality. Influence of the expanded I is further lost. Our sense of self dictates the range of consciousness and possibility that we connect with in the field. Myopic identity means a myopic range of connection. By contrast, when we see that the labels of limitation are only transitory experiences, and we redefine the I as a unique point of attention within an infinite expanse of consciousness, everything changes. Expansion of self-identity automatically expands the range of consciousness that you are able to access, in the same way that the more you contract your sense of self, the more you contract the range of consciousness you are influenced by. How do we expand that sense of self into infinity? We open our hearts. Expanding self-identity opens the heart, for expansion is not possible when the heart is closed. I refer not to the physical or holographic heart, although there is a connection. I mean the spiritual heart that interpenetrates the multiple levels of human energy fields and connects us with the infinite beyond. There are 7 major vortexes
Con l'infinito altrove, al di là. Punto.
within the human energetic fields. They're known as chakras or wheels of light. And they connect holographic 5-sense self with the greater self. And the most powerful is the heart chakra, the heart vortex. The cult seeks to close this connection and entrap us in the 5-sense bubble. And our perceptual processing then transfers to the head and the belly or emotion. Thus, most humans construct perception and sense of reality through thought and emotion, when the knowing of the heart is suppressed. When people say, I'm thinking, their hands point to the head. But when they say, I know, I just know, their hands go to the center of the chest, because that is where the knowing is coming from.
Comunque è vero, questa cosa è pazzesca e non credo che nessuno ci abbia mai fatto caso, ma naturalmente questo avviene per tutti. È vero che quando si dice sto pensando indichi la mente, ma quando dici lo sento dentro, la mano la si mette automaticamente sopra il cuore. Incredibile.
The heart knows because it is connected to that level of awareness that does know. The head thinks and tries to work it out because it doesn't know. Heart awareness is called intuition or intuitive knowing. And the knowing comes as one self-contained flash of inspiration, rather than through the mental methodology of one thought leading to another as the brain seeks to reach a conclusion. With the heart, the conclusion comes first, and the supporting evidence of the mind follows later. I know this to be true. It's how I've lived my life. since my reality transforming experiences of 1990. The heart vortex is where the true self resides during a human life. And when you open your heart, you open to the true I and see through the illusions of the phantom I. Perceptions undergo massive and fundamental change.
Anche qui sempre l'io e l'io fantasma, eh? Vedi, attraverso le illusioni dell'io fantasma.
And fundamental change. No more does fear control as it does with phantom self. No more do we consider consequences by doing what we know to be right. The heart could not conceive of any circumstances in which it would not do what it knows to be right. So why would it consider consequences, and so even the possibility of not doing what it knows it must do and will do?
Quindi quello che sentiamo giusto, oltre i limiti della mente, le domande stupide della mente che sorgono, le limitazioni, i paletti che ci impone la mente. Ecco, dobbiamo andare e fare quello che sentiamo sia giusto. Quindi quello che si sa di dover fare e cosa dovremmo fare. E facendolo, dai.
The global cult and its Watiko consciousness are described as heartless. And that's what they are. And why they do what they do. They have no connection through the heart to their true I. And they want to make the human population the same by closing their hearts and withdrawing into mind, the bubble. The heart became a symbol of love because of the spiritual heart's connection to the love that is the very fabric of infinite reality, which the Watiko cult seeks to deny us as it denies itself. Through an open heart comes the expanded perspective of awareness beyond the human realm and the knowledge, the knowing that will break the chains of perceptual bondage. The COVID era has presented serious challenges and enslaved great numbers in fear and delusion. But for others, it has opened the mind and opened the heart. You feel it in the marches for freedom, the joy, love, and respect, including self-respect, that open hearts always bring and sing.
Il cuore aperto porta sempre.
The revolution is not a revolution of fighting and violence and conflict.
Indovinate, è la rivoluzione della percezione.
We do not need to stockpile weapons, we need to stockpile consciousness. The revolution, the only kind that ever changed anything for the better, is a revolution of perception, the revolution of an open heart. For so many, the heart is awakening, and it's the heart that will set us free.
E ci renderà liberi. Mamma mia, che finale! Magnifico. Grazie per aver visto questa serie e per averla guardata con un cuore aperto. E grazie a chi continua ad avere il coraggio di rialzarsi per la nostra libertà, o di restare in piedi. Tutti insieme vinceremo questa battaglia contro la tirannia. Diretto da siamo tutti uno. Allora, un finale che mi ha proprio scaldato il cuore, Questa è anche un'altra cosa che potete farci caso nella vita di tutti i giorni, per così dire, ogni tanto accade. Quindi mi succedeva anche quando ero piccolo, pensando al mio potenziale, sentivo ardere la fiamma dentro, e può anche succedere appunto quando vediamo qualcosa che ci tocca. Ecco, questo è stato uno di quei momenti che ho sentito ardere questo calore dentro. È successo anche a voi, questa è una cosa molto importante.
When I grow up, I'm gonna build a community that, well, it's not a community, I'm like gonna have my own hotel. I'm gonna have people there, and I'm gonna invite them in. They don't have to pay to do it. It's like they can come into arms when they need it. We give them whatever they need. We even make their clean beds. We give them food, yummy food that, well, they tell us what they want, and then we make it. But we don't want to pay for it. The people can offer, like, say, since you've been so sweet, like when I need arms around me, you can come and hug me and say, are you okay, and help me. Here's a gift of money for you. But we don't say you gotta pay us. We say you don't have to pay us, just if you want to, since we've been so sweet to you, you can. I don't want to be out of my head, I want to be out of here. Here, connected down to my toes.
Great song, great words. Here we go. I can see laughter, I can see tears, I see a choice, love or fear. What do you choose? I can see peace, I can see war, I can see sunshine, or I can see a storm. What do you choose? Well, I choose a love where freedom's mine. From my heart, where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying for the strength that we can rise above. I choose love. I choose love. I can see sharing, I can see greed, I can see caring or poverty. What do you choose? I can see guns, I can see bombs, I can see life or death coming on strong. What do you choose? No, I see us dawning as one world united. So what do you choose? Love or fear? Oh, we choose. Well, I choose a love where freedom flies from my heart, where the light keeps shining. And I choose to feel the whole world crying. And I choose to